Enlightenment in esoteric Buddhism, Vajrayana, the union of wisdom and skillful, means introduction within the great expanse of Buddhist traditions. Vajrayana called esoteric Buddhism or Tantric Buddhism presents one of the most profound, complex, and transformative approaches to the path of enlightenment. Rooted in the Mahayana vision of universal liberation, Vajrayana distinguishes itself through its bold affirmation that enlightenment is not only attainable but can be realized swiftly within a single lifetime, provided one engages in the proper methods under authentic guidance. At the heart of Vajrayana practice lies the inseparable union of wisdom, prajna, and skillful means, upkya. Wisdom represents the penetrating realization of emptiness, niya, the ultimate truth that all phenomena lack inherent existence. Skillful means, meanwhile, refers to the compassionate application of methods, rituals, meditations, and symbolic practices that transform ordinary perception into enlightened vision. Together, these two dimensions create a powerful and balanced vehicle for spiritual transformation, ensuring that insight does not devolve into nihilism, and compassion does not remain trapped in samsaric delusion. This essay explores the role of wisdom and skillful means in Vajrayana's understanding of enlightenment. It will trace the philosophical foundations, the ritual and meditative techniques, the symbolic structures, and the ethical implications of uniting these two wings of the path. Furthermore, it will situate Vajrayana within the broader Buddhist context, contrasting its methods with those of Theravada and Mabina, and showing how its esoteric techniques seek to embody the very essence of the Bodhisattva ideal in an accelerated form. Wisdom, progs, the vision of emptiness. The foundation of all Buddhist enlightenment lies in wisdom direct, non-conceptual realization of the emptiness of self and phenomena. Vajrayana inherits this central insight from Mahayana philosophy, particularly the teachings of the Prosparamati Sutras and Madhyamaka philosophy of Nagarjuna. Emptiness as ultimate reality in Vajrayana. Emptiness is not a negation in the sense of nothingness. Rather, it is the recognition that phenomena are interdependent, without fixed essence. This realization dismantles clinging, fear, and ignorance, the root causes of samsara. Emptiness and luminosity. Vajrayana emphasizes not only emptiness, but also the luminous, dynamic aspect of mind. This is sometimes described as the clear light prabhasvara, chitta, a radiant awareness that is empty yet cognizant. Beyond dualistic thought, enlightenment arises when one recognizes that this clear light is inseparable from emptiness. Wisdom in practice in tantric meditations. Wisdom is cultivated by dissolving ordinary appearances into emptiness. For example, practitioners visualize the dissolution of their body, environment, and perceptions into radiant emptiness before re-emerging as a divine form deity, yoga. This process is designed to experientially realize that all appearances are illusory, like a dream, yet can be transformed into expressions of enlightenment. Thus, Vajrayana wisdom is not abstract philosophy but a lived experiential insight, recognition of the ultimate nature of reality. Within the immediacy of meditation and ritual, skillful means upkya, the art of transformation. If wisdom is the inner vision of truth, skillful means is the creative art of applying that vision to transform the world and the practitioner's mind. Vajrayana is particularly renowned for its sophisticated array of skillful means, which include mantra, mudra, mankala, deity yoga, and subtle body practices. Deity yoga, Defut yoga. One of the hallmark methods of Vajrayana is deity yoga, in which practitioners visualize themselves as enlightened deities such as Avalokiteshvara, Terra, or Vajrasattva. These deities are not external gods, but symbolic manifestations of enlightened qualities. By identifying with such forms, practitioners repattern their ordinary sense of self into the enlightened body, speech, and mind of a Buddha. Mantra and sacred sound mantras are sonic expressions of enlightened energy. Reciting mantras is not mere repetition, but a means of aligning one's speech and vibration with awakened qualities. For example, the famous mantra, Om Mahoni Padme Hum, embodies compassion and wisdom inseparably. Mudra and gesture, ritual hand gestures. Mudra act as physical expressions of enlightenment. They symbolize and evoke states of awareness, helping practitioners embody non-dual insight through the body. Mankala and sacred space. Mankalas represent the cosmic architecture of enlightenment, the sacred palace of the Buddha. Meditating on mankalas trains the mind to perceive the world not as samsara, but as the pure realm of awakening. Subtle body practices. Vajrayana uniquely employs the energetic system of channels now, winds, pra, and drops, bindu. Practices such as tummo, inner heat, dream yoga, and phowa consciousness, transference, harness subtle energies to reveal the luminous nature of mind. Through such methods, skillful means serves as a dynamic catalyst. Instead of rejecting samsaric appearances, Vajrayana transforms them into the very path of enlightenment. The union of wisdom and skillful means. The central genius of Vajrayana lies in its insistence that wisdom without skillful means is incomplete, and skillful means without wisdom is blind. Their inseparability ensures that the practitioner's realization is both profound and compassionate. Wisdom guards against reification without wisdom. Tantric practices could devolve into mere ritualism or magical thinking. Emptiness prevents clinging to deities, mantras, or experiences as ultimately real. Skillful means prevents nihilism without skillful means. Emptiness could become a sterile void, leading to detachment from compassion. Methods such as deity yoga ensure that emptiness is dynamically expressed as compassion and enlightened activity. Union in the tantric symbolism of Yabgyum tantric iconography often depicts deities in Yabgyum union, symbolizing the inseparability of wisdom, feminine principle, and compassion, or method, masculine principle. This is not literal sexuality, but an esoteric symbol of non-dual realization, non-dual awareness. Ultimately, wisdom and skillful means are not two separate qualities to be balanced, but a single non-dual awareness, emptiness inseparable from compassionate appearance. This is the living experience of enlightenment in Vajrayana. Comparison with other Buddhist traditions. Theravada emphasizes gradual purification through morality, concentration, and wisdom. Its strength is clarity and discipline, but Vajrayana critiques it as a slower path. Mabina stresses emptiness and compassion through the Bodhisattva ideal. Vajrayana builds upon this by introducing esoteric techniques that embody compassion in symbolic, ritual, and energetic forms. Vajrayana claims to accelerate the path by skillfully transforming desire, anger, and ignorance into wisdom rather than suppressing them. Its methods are powerful but require strict initiation and ethical discipline to prevent misuse. Ethical and spiritual safeguards. Because Vajrayana employs powerful methods, it emphasizes Samaya vow sacred commitments to teacher, practice, and community. Without ethical integrity, The very methods meant to liberate can entangle practitioners further. Moreover, authentic Vajrayana requires guru-disciple transmission. The guru is not merely a teacher, but a living embodiment of the union of wisdom and means, who initiates the disciple into sacred practices through empowerment. Abhis, Ika, closing parenthesis, the goal, Vajradhara and Buddhahood in this life. The ultimate aspiration of Vajrayana is not only Buddhahood in a distant future, but the realization of one's innate Buddhahood here and now. Every being is already endowed with Buddha nature, Tathagata Garbha, but obscured by ignorance. Vajrayana methods swiftly unveil this intrinsic enlightenment. The ideal is embodied in Vajradhara, the primordial Buddha who symbolizes the union of wisdom and means. Realizing Vajradhara is realizing one's own innate awakened state. Conclusion: enlightenment in Vajrayana Buddhism is the living realization of the inseparable union of wisdom and skillful means. Wisdom perceives the emptiness of all phenomena, while skillful means manifests that insight as compassion, ritual, and transformation. Their unity ensures that the path is both profound and practical, rooted in ultimate truth and embodied in compassionate action. Vajrayana dares to declare that liberation is not distant but present, accessible through the proper union of insight and method. By transforming the very energies of samsara into fuel for awakening, it offers a radical yet disciplined vision of spiritual life. In a world that often splits intellect from compassion, contemplation from action, Vajrayana reminds us that true enlightenment is found in the seamless integration of wisdom and skillful means, emptiness and appearance, ultimate truth and compassionate expression. This is the esoteric path, swift, profound, and complete.